Welcome to Middletown. It is Monday morning. Everybody is at the market. The market is busy. Today, there is a new man at the market. His name is Mr. Fruit. His daughter is helping him. Her name is Sarah.
Good morning!
Mr. Fruit says to everybody.
My fruit is fresh. My fruit is cheap.
Mr. Fruit is polite. He is friendly. Everybody likes Mr. Fruit.
What a nice man,
they say. Everybody likes his daughter.
What a nice girl,
they say. A schoolboy asks for 1 kilo of apples. Mr. Fruit puts some apples on the scales. The scales show 1 kilo and 100 grams. Mr. Fruit takes 1 apple away. Now the scales show 900 grams. But Mr. Fruit says,
1 kilo of apples, $1.
He takes $1 from the schoolboy. Sarah is watching her father. She sees everything. A young woman asks for 2 kilos of oranges. Mr. Fruit puts some oranges on the scales. The scales show 2 kilos and 200 grams. Mr. Fruit takes 1 orange away. Now the scales show 1 kilo and 800 grams. But Mr. Fruit says,
2 kilos of oranges, $2.
He takes $2 from the young woman. Sarah sees everything. It is Monday evening. Sarah's father is counting his money. He is happy. But Sarah is not happy. She is angry.
Father, you must sell the correct weight. You mustn't cheat our customers. Our customers are poor.
But we are poor too, Sarah. My wife is dead. You have no mother. I have no sons. You have no brothers. We must make money, Sarah. That's life.
I don't want to work at the market, Father.
You must work at the market. We must live, Sarah. We must eat. You're a child. You don't understand business. You're a woman. Women don't understand business. That's life, Sarah.
It is Tuesday morning. Today, Sarah's father is selling the correct weight. He is honest. He takes the correct money. Sarah is happy. Today, she is proud of her father. The customers are happy too. They buy a lot of fruit.
Your fruit is cheap and fresh,
they say. But in the afternoon, some customers come back. They are angry. An old man brings back some apples. One of his apples is bad. A girl brings back some oranges. One of her oranges is bad. A woman brings back some bananas. One of her bananas is bad. It is black and full of worms.
Look, Mr. Fruit. Your fruit isn't fresh today. We want our money back.
But Mr. Fruit does not listen. He does not give them any money.
You're dishonest, Father,
says Sarah.
You're cheating the customers. I don't want to work for you. I don't want to work at the market.
But you must work for me, Sarah,
says her father.
I have no family. I have no wife and no sons. Children must help their parents. You are my daughter, Sarah. You must work for me. That's life.
No, Father,
says Sarah.
I don't want to clean your house. I want to leave home. I don't want to cook your food. I want to get a good job. I'm not going to work for you.
Sarah's father is angry.
Go to bed!
He shouts at her. Sarah goes to bed. She is lonely. She is unhappy. She says a prayer.
Please help me. Please help my father. Please help us. What am I going to do? I need a miracle. Help me.
It is Wednesday morning. Everybody is at the market. Everybody is laughing. Something strange is happening. Mr. Fruit touches an apple. The apple goes bad. Then he picks up an orange. The orange goes bad too. Then he picks up some bananas. They go black. Everybody laughs.
Look at Mr. Fruit. He touches the fruit and it goes bad.
Mr. Fruit looks at his hands.
What is happening?
He says,
Please, Sarah, please help me.
Sarah touches an apple. She picks up an orange and some bananas.
Hooray!
Everybody says,
It's a miracle! Sarah touches the fruit and it's okay. We're going to buy our fruit from Sarah.
Next year, Mr. Fruit is Miss Fruit. Sarah is honest. She does not cheat. She always sells the correct weight. She sells good, fresh fruit. She understands business. Sarah is making a lot of money. She has a good job now. Sarah's father stays at home. He cleans the house. He cooks the food. He is very happy.
That's life.
He says,
Nimble fingers. Life is never easy for the poor. They have to work long hours just to get a roof over their heads and one meal a day. If their children are lucky, they go to school. If they are not lucky, they have to work. Krishna, who tells this story, is not lucky. He has to work in a factory making beedis, a kind of Indian cigarette. He is a good worker because his young fingers are small and quick and nimble. I cannot read or write, but I can count, but only up to 1,500, because that is the number of beedis that I need to make in a day. My life is easy to explain. If I wake up early, I can play for about 1 hour, or until the sun begins to light up the eastern sky. For that 1 hour, I am free as the birds which sit on the tree outside my home. My home is a hut with a roof of dried leaves. It is very small, but the three of us can just sleep in it, and I go away really early and come back in the nights, so only my mother and my little sister are there in the daytime. In the nights it is a bit crowded. When we sleep, my arm is often around little Tangachi, or Amma's thin foot is resting on my leg, but it doesn't matter. The other day I asked Amma, "How old am I?" She counted on her fingers. 6. 6 sounds very small when you think about 1,500 beedies, but Sami, the owner of the factory where I work, always says that I have nimble fingers. That night, when we were having our meal outside our home, I asked Amma, "What does nimble fingers mean?" "It means your fingers are like Weaver Mama's fingers," she said. "When your uncle spins his cloth, have you seen how quickly his fingers move, pulling the threads this way and that way? I love to watch Weaver Mama working, and now I am very happy because my fingers are like his." I asked Amma one more question while we drank our rice soup. "Why do I have to work with Sami and not with Weaver Mama?" This question made Amma unhappy, and when she is unhappy, she hits her head with her open hand. The noise is very loud, and she goes on hitting her head again and again, making a pat, pat, pat sound. It scares Tangachi and me, and I can see that the small one is ready to cry. I put my fingers, nimble fingers, on Amma's hands to stop her hitting herself. She takes both my hands in her hand and starts crying into them. I can feel warm tears dropping onto my fingers. Here I am, happy that I have Weaver Mama's fingers, and Amma is crying. She looks at the black marks on my hands and the cuts on my finger ends. She kisses my hands and holds me and Tangachi close to her. "Amma," I ask again, "why can I not work with Weaver Mama?" Tangachi is pushing her finger into my back. Her eyes are telling me to stop my questions, but I want to know. If I can make 1,500 beedies in a day, surely I can help Weaver Mama weave his beautiful cloth. Amma never answered my question that day, but I just went on asking. I asked the same question every night until the next full moon. That night, Tangachi was already asleep. Amma and I were sitting outside watching fireflies dancing in the moonlight. Amma held me close to her and said, "Krishna, you have to work all your life with Sami, the bonded labor man. You have to do this to pay back your grandfather's debt. You cannot work for another person because your grandfather has taken 5,000 rupees and sold you to Sammy. All your life you will have to work for him in the same way as your father did. I look down to the ground because I do not want Amma to see the tears in my eyes. I am a brave boy, you see, but suddenly my nimble fingers don't feel so nimble any more.